Are you considering getting a pet and are curious about some of the associated costs? Well, in this video, I'm going to be sharing my personal experience and spending as a new pet owner myself. Hey everyone, this is Kyle from Money at 30, and on this channel we look at personal finance from a millennial perspective, but today I wanted to talk about dogs. Recently, after months of looking, my wife and I added a dog to our family, naming her Rigby, as in Elenor Rigby. As you might expect, this change came along with a few expenses, which, even when anticipated, have managed to add up. So to help better prepare those thinking about getting a dog or other pet for themselves, I thought I'd share some purchases we've made so far. One of the first expenses we experienced before even getting our dog was our apartment pet deposit. The good news is that we happen to live in a very pet-friendly apartment complex that also has plenty of green areas for Rigby to enjoy. Still, as pet-friendly as they may be, they do still charge to add a dog to our lease. In this case, we were required to pay a $250 non-refundable deposit. On top of that, the complex also now charges $20 in pet rent per month. Honestly, this isn't the most expensive pet rent or deposit that I've heard of, but it's an added expense nonetheless. As we prepared to bring our dog home, we realized there was a few items we'd forgotten, so we ended up spending a bit at some various retailers, but there were a few ways I was able to save money along the way. Prior to going to pick up our dog, we ordered a couple of items on Chewy, including a playpen as well as a carrying case that we still haven't actually used, with our total for that order coming out to around $100. Then we ordered a patch of grass to go on our deck to help her adjust to apartment life, although she never actually used that either, so that's another $40 that was kind of wasted. As for how we saved money, I noticed that my Cash App Cash card had a 5% boost for PetSmart, which came in handy when we bought a leash, collar, and some food. Also, Chewy had a promotion where we earned a $30 gift card after we spent $100 on the site. Plus, we've since learned that we can purchase massive bags of her food at Sam's Club, with a $55 supply likely lasting us for months. After we got our dog home, we realized we still needed a few more items, so I quickly headed to our local pet store to pick up a bed, some bowls, and a harness, for a total of about $75. In all, our initial pet supplies from food to toys and other basics set us back about $450, with plenty of splurges and spoiling happening since. On top of these basics, we also decided to get a smart collar that I think I saw advertised on Instagram called Fi. Although we purchased a cheap collar just to make sure we had something ready, once we brought Rigby home and were able to get her measurements, we decided to order a Fi collar. In addition to offering GPS lest your dog ever get lost, the collar also tracks their activity and sleep just like a smartwatch for humans does. Meanwhile, I've admittedly also been enjoying the doggy Instagram of sorts found in the app. With the coupon code, the collar ended up being $79, while a year subscription to the data plan was $99. Although we've appreciated using Fi so far, I realize this isn't really a necessity, but wanted to mention it regardless. Another recent expense was Rigby's initial vet visit, which we partially planned in order to get her a pet insurance policy. Seeing as Rigby was brand new to us, and knowing that we'd surely need some vet services for her in the future, one of the first things we did was set up a new patient appointment for her at our nearby practice. I'm happy to report that she did great and no issues were found. In all, the appointment and one test cost us about $80. But another reason for the visit was so that we'd have current records in order to purchase a pet insurance policy for her. Specifically, I ended up buying a policy from Lemonade where I already had a term life insurance policy as well. The plan I ultimately chose came at a cost of $228 for the year, which seemed like a fair enough investment. Lastly, looking ahead, one major cost we're anticipating is getting her some training. While Rigby has mostly been a very good girl for us, there are a few things that she, and even more so we, need to learn. That's why we've been looking at different training options and comparing prices, which can vary greatly. In the meantime, since I already have a masterclass subscription, we have been watching Brandon McMillan's course and trying some of the techniques. Overall, this has helped us introduce her to some basics, but we plan on figuring out an in-person training plan very soon. We do expect to pay at least a few $100s when all is said and done, but also anticipate that it will be well worth it. Hopefully this gave you a quick overview of just some of the expenses that come with pet ownership, but for more details on the topic, I'll have a link to my article in the description box down below. Also, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button, leave a comment, and be sure to subscribe because we have new videos every week. So thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time here on Money at 30.